Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another awesome Path of Exile video for you. We're going to be talking to Zana, Master Cartographer again.
How may I be of assistance, Exile?
I want to ask you about cartography, Zana. We're going to talk to her about cartography. So let's see what she says.
My father was a sea captain. When I was a child, he forbade me to come on any of his trading voyages, no matter how much I begged. So one day, I stowed away. I was 12 years old at the time. He was furious, until I showed him my drawings of the coastline around Ngamakanui. My father was trading with the Karui there at the time. From then on, he took me on every voyage. He hired a tutor to teach me cartography, the art of map making, and had me record every place we went. The Karui archipelago, Trethys, the Reclassian south coast, and far beyond. I don't say this so as to place myself on a pedestal. I say this to encourage your trust in me. I've been making maps since I was a child. It is human nature to roam, but only when we record our journeys, draw them down as maps, may we travel together as a civilization.
So Zana here is actually she's good. We've talked to some of the other masters. We talk, Elrion's crazy, and he's but he's extremely faithful to God, and so he's good. Haku's good, and he wants to beat the Black Spirit, but he's a savage warrior. But like Elrion's crazy, Haku's a savage warrior. Vagan is not a bad guy, but he duels and kills people for money. And for sport and the fight, but Zana here is pure good, and she's trying to save Rayclass by finding this nightmare. But I found it cool that she mentioned some of the places that we might be going in expansions in Path of Exile. If you heard her, Trethys, someone else also mentioned Trethys before, Fairgraves, when he's drinking the wine that he made with the plum. He says, as I used to say to the women in Trethys, basically the whorehouse in Trethys, he says, bottoms up, girls. So he actually mentioned that Trethys in it, and she mentions Namakanui, which you have heard many people talk about Namakanui. The main one being Maramoa. She talks about the way she is in Namakanui. And you also get to hear her talk about the other coastlines and stuff that we haven't heard of, and talks about the coastlines of the Ray class and everything and how far they stretch and stuff. So it's just fleshing out the world of Path of Exile, and I think that's awesome. And by the way, don't be offended by the whorehouse comment. I call them that because there's this Western. I'm a big Western fan. If I ever play when you see me play H1Z1, you'll hear me talk about it. I'm a huge Western fan, so I've watched all the old classics, but I've also watched one called The Biggest Little Whorehouse in Texas, I think it was, and give it a watch. it's funny and it's cool and it's awesome. Yeah, no, you'll like it. If you're a Western fan, so give that a shot. I'm off on a tangent here. Back to Path of Exile. But I think that the Zana character, just like the other Forsaken Masters, they're moving something forward. So look forward to that. They're moving something towards the expansion. I just know it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.